able to play and start as offensive lineman. But James Hurst, he might be one of the smartest guys I've ever met football knowledge-wise. Like, I'll find myself going into the film room with him and picking his brain to see what he's feeling on these situations. So, I mean, he's like super smart football-wise, and he's very athletic. We often compete with one another to see who can be the most athletic. So, he's very good.
How do you get that way? Do you just study a ton, or does he have some weird natural ability or something?
I think it might be a combination of both, actually. He, studies a lot. Often, him and I go in the film room with some of the younger guys and watch it, every day after workouts. And, I don't know, the coach will say something like that, and he'll just pick it up, have it ready for practice when he just learned it that evening. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess it is natural ability and hard work all together.
John, have any of the incoming freshmen stood out to you in workouts?
In general or offensive line?
Offensive line.
Oh, okay. Landon Turner, he's huge. He's about as tall as he is wide. And he's a super nice guy. And when James and I are in the film room, he's usually always one of the guys who's in there. And he's hungry to play this year, and he works really, really hard. So I'm very impressed with him. And all the other guys, they look pretty good. Kiero, he looks pretty good coming in, nice size. And let's see, who else is there? I mean, I feel like all the guys have come in. They've been working hard, and I'm impressed with all the guys' work ethic. That's one of the biggest things.
What's the biggest difference if you go back, say, 3 years, right when you first came in terms of what the offensive line was back then to now?
Ooh. I think one of the biggest differences might be everybody on the line not only being knowledgeable, but being physically and athletically gifted. Not taken away from all the other guys, but I feel like this is just a group of guys who have size, speed, strength, and ability, unlike the other groups.
How do you expect Landon Turner and Carroll to make an immediate impact in general?
I think the biggest impact they can make right off the bat is just to push the guys who are ahead of them. We have two great guys in front of them, so it'll be hard to get on the field as early as they would like to. But I feel like pushing the guys, keeping them honest, making them work hard, that'll make the biggest impact on us.
Talk about being a leader to these guys in general.
I feel like one of the biggest things is just keeping the morale up and pushing guys and making them want to work hard. Going into the film room, I mean, I feel like we have all the older guys on our group, on the offensive line, the leaders. James Hurst, he's just a rising sophomore, and he's one of the biggest leaders on the team. So, I mean, I feel like our group is just full of hard workers, and we're leaders trying to breed leaders.
And then you've been pulling in that caliber of talent this year, despite all the noise around you. What do you attribute that to, the success and just overall the talent level so high?
On the offensive line, I'd say Coach Pittman. I mean, love him to death. He's like a second father to me, and he's just a great recruiter. I mean, I don't know, he's humorous. You have a good time with Coach Pitt, so I feel like you attribute a lot of the good guys we get to him.
What is it about North Carolina that draws so many top players to this program here?
I think it's the mix of education, athletics, great facilities, and just the area. It's a very beautiful area.
Personally, talk about your experience in your coaching year and senior year.
I mean, this is actually my junior year coming up, and then senior after that. But I mean, it's been pretty good, just working hard, trying to improve, trying to, win more games than we did last year.
And Paul, what about quarterback position, Brent Renner?
I mean, I'm excited to see him play. He's always very excited. He's like lightning in the bottle, and I mean, we'll see what he can do. I'm pretty excited to see what he does do.
How's he adjusting there in the learning curve?
He's doing well. He's working hard. He's always in the film room. Every time I'm headed there, I see him in there with his feet up, drinking some snacks. So he spends a lot of time in there, and he works very hard.
Main difference about his style of play, obviously, there's a difference there, but what do you notice?
I'd just say his level of excitement and his excitability. He's always just going crazy and stuff like that. So you have to just keep him calm, while TJ was always laid back and calm.
He's got a really strong arm. and he's got a lot of confidence to go with it. Has he made some throws in the spring or at some point since he's been there where maybe some other guy might not have been willing to do, and he pulls it off and makes it kind of go wild?
I think there has been times in our workouts where he'll throw a ball and the receiver will get it like tight on the sideline, and you're like, I think he surprises himself sometimes. Sometimes you let it go, and I mean, it is summer workout, so you'll do some risky things that you wouldn't do in the game, and I think he surprises himself with some of the balls that he throws. But I mean, yeah, he does have a really strong arm, and I mean, he's working to get the knowledge to go along with it.
But he doesn't lack the confidence, does he?
Oh, no, sir.
What is he like in the... you haven't been in a game with him, but what was he like in the huddle in the spring?
He's a quarterback. There are times where he will run out there excited, and I mean, he might jumble up the play a little bit. He's like, hold on, just relax. What is it? And then you have to decipher it a little bit. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it's just like having anybody else in there. Just he's going to be headbutting you, slapping you on the head. You're just like, relax. So, pretty excited. You never know what to expect with him.
Could you describe the difference in Dwight Jones early and the Dwight Jones you know now?
That's what I always ask people about that. Like, what do you think clicked with him? Like, what happened? And like, people like, I don't know, maybe he just got comfortable, but it was amazing to see the turnaround. I think it was the first play in Virginia when he caught a ball and took it like 60 or 70 yards for a touchdown, and from then on, he's been the go-to guy, and I'm just amazed with what he does and some of the things he does, and it's just confidence now. So, yeah.
I mean, he was always kind of a freakish athlete.
Right.
Fast for being 6'4" and all that. He's bulked up. He's stronger. He's a more physical player now, isn't he?
Absolutely.
What kind of things does he do now that you didn't see him do a couple years ago?
I think just his resiliency. Like, there were times where he would drop a ball in the past and he would kind of get down on himself. Now I feel like he'll drop a ball and understand that the next time they come back to me, I'm going to catch it and I will make the play. So I feel like his resiliency is one of the biggest differences he's had.
What about Jay Boyd and Eric? They played early and made some plays, but then it's like football sort of caught up to them a little bit. Do you think that they've grown up some and maybe gotten back on the curve?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like, you come in as a freshman and their teams aren't prepared for you and you have uncharted success, and then you come in and it is like they're ready for you, so you have to work that much harder. I feel like now they've seen it and they're ready to improve from it, so they will be ready to show back up for them.
John, just off the top of my head, I can think of Kentwan Balmer, Marvin Austin, and Quentin Copeland, who have made jokes over the years about the defensive line kind of owning the offensive line, whether it be in spring practice, fall practice. Have you guys even the playing field in regard to that?
I like to believe that it's never been that far apart. I mean, maybe a while ago in the past, but I mean, I feel like we've always had the talent to compete with them, and we have competed with them. It's just been kind of one-sided and attention received. But now I feel like it kind of has leveled out, and people are starting to see that we do have the talent and the potential to compete with that great defense and our ability to make a name for ourselves.
Coach Davis said last Thursday, he said for the first time the offensive line will be a strength. I mean, does that give you more confidence that the coaching staff is believing in that now?
Absolutely. I feel like maybe to give us more opportunities to show it, more runs, and I think we'll be able to show it better.
Carolina hasn't had a 1,000-yard rusher since 1997. I mean, what would it mean for this offensive line for this to be the year that you guys finally have a running back?
It would mean a lot because, you try not to think about those things, but then Johnny White was getting so close, and then he gets injured. So, in the back of your mind, you love to have a 1,000-yard rusher because that says a lot about the offensive line you have, and without having one in so long, it kind of makes people automatically question you. So I'd love to have maybe a couple 1,000-yard rushes. Who knows?
John, I've got to ask you, Marquise Williams, being able to work with him, what do you see from him?
I see a lot of potential down the road. He has a great arm, and he's one of those guys who's looking to throw first, not just scramble and get out of the pocket. And I mean, he's going to be a great player.
So what advice can you give to these young guys coming in, young talent learning from you?
Honestly, I'd say your attitude coming in is one of the biggest things. Don't come in, I mean, I know you're highly recruited and everybody was telling you you're the best thing since sliced bread, but you just got to understand you're at a school with great athletes. So don't come in with an attitude like you're better than anybody. Just come in ready to work and earn the respect of the people who are already there.
Could you talk about the mentality of this group, given what y'all were able to overcome and have a winning season, bowl game last year, and so many kids got left behind going to Atlanta? It looked like y'all might not even have a chance at a winning season.
Yeah.
What did last year's success do for this team and the young players who got on the field who might not have?
One thing I think it did was add depth to our team as a whole unit, especially like the defensive backs. We'll have guys stepping in now who probably wouldn't have gotten the opportunity to play as they did last year. And also it's kind of brought us closer together as a unit. It got to a point where it was like, it's a us against the world mentality, like nobody believed in us but us. So that brought us a lot closer together, and just the resiliency to bounce back from all these obstacles. I mean, it made it seem like any other obstacle was nothing because of having to play with such high caliber players.
Do you feel like you guys have moved past that, or do you still sort of carry that to it?
I think we've, for the most part, moved past it. I mean, it's our year to show what we can do without distractions, and I mean, it's no longer riding on he's going and he's going. It's just play with the guys you have and do the best you can.
But yet you got these, allegations hanging over the program's head. It won't be heard for the committee until October. Is that any kind of concern? Is that any kind of distraction?
No, because like I told somebody else, I didn't know about when we'd be getting the answer until they just told me. So honestly, I mean, regardless of what they say, we're still going to have to play up until that point and play after that point. So we just got to play to the best of our ability, and whatever they say, it happens.
Are you concerned about what sanctions may eventually come down?
Honestly, not really. I mean, because I'll still be here at UNC, whatever they say, and whatever happens, we'll have to abide by. So.
Was it hard for you not to wonder about it after you heard about what happened with Georgia Tech and them losing the title?
No, I feel like the time I was most worried was when I first heard about it, but now it's like it's kind of an old news kind of deal, and just put it on the back burner.
Could you describe what it's like for this offensive line when you're blocking for a guy like Ryan Houston?
Actually, a guy came to me and was like, well, I know it's hard when you have him running behind you because you make a good block and he'll only get 4 yards. But then I was like, well, you make a bad block and he'll still fall for it for 4 yards. And then he has power and finesse where he may not be a home run hitter where he'll take it 60 yards, but he will get you 25, 30 yards on a big run if you let him. So, I mean, he's a great back, and I mean, he has finesse and power.
See, he has a great ability to cut for a guy who does. And in the third and fourth quarter, I mean, I've seen DBs diving out of the way. They're tired of trying to tackle him.
Yes,
you see that on film sometimes?
Sir. Absolutely.
And what does that pump you up into? Because he starts getting 7 yards to carry in the third and fourth quarter. What does that do for you as a line?
I mean, it just gives you confidence because you know that he's just going to keep getting better with time. I mean, you're making blocks and you're getting them to the second level, and he's making those guys miss, and he's just like churning out the yards. And like we can't have a perfect drive, and then when we do make a mistake, like I said, he's getting that hard 4 and 5 yards. So I mean, it just gives you confidence and makes you want to keep going and push.